Welcome everyone. You're watching E-Estate Q&A session where the founders of the company answer the most important and interesting questions sent to us by our community. Today we want to speak openly about how the platform works, how investments are protected, and how the future of tokenized real estate market looks like. Joining me are Brandon Stevenson, CEO and co-founder of E-Estate, and Mike Hamilton. Brandon, how did you meet Mike and how long have you known each other?
We were introduced by my brother Peter. He has over 25 years of experience in real estate and has managed dozens of large-scale projects, from residential developments to commercial complexes. That was back in 2018. At the time, Mike was an active investor in development projects, and I often sought his advice on asset management and investment strategies. One day, I called him to meet and discuss the idea of real estate tokenization. And I'm glad that Mike didn't just support the idea. He became a co-founder of E-Estate. That meeting became the foundation of what we now call the E-Estate ecosystem.
Oh, so that meeting was the starting point of what later became E-Estate?
Yes, it was. Brandon had the vision and the strategy. I had the asset management experience. And Peter, with his deep understanding of the real estate market, became the link between experience and technology. That's how we created a model that works in both the digital and the real world.
Mike, many people have heard the term tokenized real estate, but not everyone understands what it actually means. How would you explain it simply?
Well, when we talk about tokenized real estate, we're referring to a real physical property whose ownership rights have been transferred into digital form. Each token represents a fraction of ownership or a share of the income from a specific property, whether it's an apartment, a house, or a commercial building. If real estate used to be measured in dollars or square meters, today there's a new unit, the token. It allows anyone to own real estate. You don't need to buy the entire property, just a share that is legally registered and verified on the blockchain.
Oh, Brandon, so now anyone can become an owner of a real asset without having millions in the bank?
Exactly. That's the essence of tokenization. It makes real estate investment accessible, transparent, and global. Instead of saving for years to buy one property, anyone can buy a fraction of an income-generating property and start earning money from day one. It's a new financial culture where real assets work for you, not the other way around.
Brandon, many compare E-Estate with other investment platforms. Why do investors and agents choose you?
That's a great question. When I first started, I worked under Dave Lineger, the founder of RE/MAX, a company that revolutionized the real estate industry. He introduced the maximum commission concept. Agents kept almost all of their commission and paid only minimal office fees. That model gave professionals freedom and motivation. At E-Estate, we followed the same philosophy, but adapted it for the digital age. We built an ecosystem where investors and agents receive maximum benefits, control, and transparency. While other platforms complicate everything with blockchain jargon, we made E-Estate simple, reliable, and profitable. No intermediaries, no hidden conditions.
And that's the key. We don't have virtual assets. Every property on our platform physically exists. It is managed by our team and is verified on the blockchain. This isn't a promise. It's a working model.
So just like RE/MAX once changed the real estate industry, E-Estate is now changing the very form of ownership.
Exactly. RE/MAX gave independence to agents. E-Estate gives independence to the entire world of investors. We're not just selling real estate. We're opening access to it for everyone with daily income and real ownership.
Mike, many investors still choose cryptocurrencies. How do you explain the difference between the volatility of the crypto market and the stability of tokenized real estate?
Excellent question. Cryptocurrency is an emotional market. It can rise today and drop by 30% tomorrow, completely out of anyone's control. It's a medium of exchange, but not a store of value. Real estate, on the other hand, has always been and remains a real income-generating asset. When we combine it with blockchain technology, we create a new form of stability, income backed by actual rental payments and transparent insured by smart contracts.
Crypto can bring quick results, but tokenized real estate provides long-term reliability. It's an asset that doesn't disappear from a screen. It's there, generating profit every day.
That's why I always say, cryptocurrency is speculation and tokenization is strategy.
Brandon, as CEO and co-founder, what is your long-term vision for your estate?
E-Estate isn't a one-year project. It's set up for decades. We launched in 2025 and have already tokenized over 100 million worth of assets. But this is just the beginning. Our strategic roadmap extends to 2034. The goal is to build a global platform where investors from anywhere in the world can own shares of real estate with just a few clicks. E-Estate isn't just a product. It's a new model of property ownership designed to last for generations.
Real estate has always been the most reliable store of value. Now, through tokenization, it becomes globally accessible and liquid. What was once a privilege for a few is now open to everyone.
Mike, as the owner of Eli Property, tell us what role your company plays in E-Estate and how do you verify properties before tokenization?
Well, Eli Property is essentially the operational center for the entire system. We handle everything related to physical real estate, legal verification, property management, leasing, insurance, and financial oversight. Without us, tokenization would remain just an idea. We give it a real foundation. Each property undergoes full due diligence, from legal audit to income analysis. We select only assets capable of delivering stable returns for at least 10 to 15 years.
In simple terms, E-Estate is a technology and Eli Properties is a physical infrastructure. The tokens on the platform represent real income-generating assets managed by Mike's team. We focus on quality over quantity, and that's what builds investor trust.
So investors aren't just buying tokens, they're buying shares in real income-generating assets.
Exactly. Every property under Eli Property Management is rented, insured, and generating consistent income. That's why E-Estate isn't a promise, it's a functional ecosystem where every investment is backed by real value.
Brandon, can investors sell their EST tokens if they decide to exit the project?
Yes, of course. We've implemented a buyback mechanism that ensures both liquidity and capital protection. If a property stops generating at least 10% annual profit, the company initiates its sale and the buyback of tokens from investors. This means that exiting the business is possible, precisely when the company decides to sell an unprofitable property. It's a guarantee for our investors. No one will ever lose money. Our business model is built on real accountability. Each asset continues to generate income until the very last day. And once it's sold, the capital is returned to investors. E-Estate is a system where real estate goes through a full investment cycle. It generates income, protects capital, and maintains trust.
Exactly. But I'd like to add something. For development projects in Dubai, the approach is slightly different. The second profit phase of 10% per year will not apply to them because we invested at the early construction stage. Once these projects are completed, we'll sell them. These are the most valuable properties in our portfolio, and their market prices have already surged. When they reach their peak value, we proceed with the sale, which means the company will buy back the tokens from investors and reinvest that capital into the tokenized of new high-potential properties.
Mike, this is the question every investor asks. Can you actually lose money investing in tokenized real estate?
Let's be honest. All investments carry risks. But in E-Estate, those risks are minimized. Every property we manage is a real income-producing, insured, and legally verified asset. We're not affected by crypto volatility. Our returns come from the real economy, rental income, and property appreciation. The entire system is legally protected. The company is registered in Panama. Every token is secured by a smart contract, and all operations are audited. And I can say with confidence, we have a green light for the next 10 years of growth. The RWA sector is expanding rapidly, but unlike others, we already have a strong Eli Property team and a powerful network of ARDR agents, driving sales and building investor confidence. We don't just protect capital, we create sustainable growth that works in the real world.
Brandon, can anyone become an E-Estate agent without prior experience?
Yeah, absolutely. Experience isn't required. We train, certify, and support our agents at every step. All it takes is $500 in EST sales to get started, and you're in business.
Every agent gets access to tools, mentorship, and training material. We're shaping a new profession, the digital realtor, where success depends not on the past experience, but on ambition and action.
Mike, in which countries and with what types of properties are you currently working?
We focus on markets that combine high yield with stability: the USA, Indonesia, and the UAE. Our portfolio includes apartments, villas, private homes, commercial buildings, land plots, and development projects in Dubai, which we were able to acquire on exceptional terms thanks to Brandon's brother, Peter, who originally introduced us.
We're building a global investment portfolio where investors can own shares in multiple properties worldwide. Each of them generates consistent passive income, helping our clients achieve financial freedom, improve their quality of life, and for the most ambitious, earn millions through e-estate.
Brandon, what role does blockchain play in your system?
For us, blockchain isn't just a trend. It's the foundation of trust. It records every transaction and ownership movement, eliminating the risk of tampering. In the past, trust depended on banks and notaries. Now, technology provides it. Blockchain is an independent arbiter that verifies ownership, protects investors, and ensures full transparency across the entire e-estate ecosystem.
Mike, what would you say to new investors who are just learning about e-estate?
I'd say, don't wait until it becomes mainstream. When the internet, smartphones, and cryptocurrency first appeared, they looked like experiments. Today, they're the foundation of global economy. Real estate tokenization will follow the same path, only faster.
And the best part, you don't need to be a millionaire to own real estate. E-estate makes it possible for anyone. Start with a small amount, and your capital begins working for you the very next day. This isn't a promise. It's the new reality of investing.
Brandon, why is now the best time to invest?
Because we're standing at the beginning of a new financial era. According to the Boston Consulting Group, the tokenized assets market will exceed $16 trillion by 2030. This isn't speculation, it's reality. Those who enter now will become the leaders of tomorrow.
And, as history shows, the strongest companies are born during times of change. Now is the time to act, not to wait.
Brandon, what offline events does e-estate have planned for the coming year?
Next year will be a year of global events, summits, and forums on real estate tokenization, supported by e-estate. On January 31st, we'll host the Global Summit in Miami, the biggest event of the year, bringing together investors, agents, and partners from around the world. We also hold monthly events in Raleigh, North Carolina, and are preparing major summits in Indonesia and Argentina. There's tremendous interest. People want local events, meetings, and community growth opportunities. The more active the community, the greater the rewards and support from the company.
And I'll add, such events matter not only for business, but for inspiration as well. When investors and agents come together, new ideas, partnerships, and opportunities are born. That's the true power of e-estate, bringing people together around real assets and shared vision of the future.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Mike. And thank you to everyone who watched this Q&A session until the end. We live in a time when technology connects people, capital, and real assets. And e-estate makes investing transparent, accessible, and truly global. The year 2026 will mark the beginning of a new era, a series of international summits and forums on real estate tokenization. The first will be the Global E-Estate Summit in Miami, January 31st. Be part of this ecosystem and of a new era of real investments.